Next, felicitation to Shri Anand Kumar Pal sir, Chief Advisor COS, Government of India. I request President sir and Rajendra Singh Bhati. Bhati is there? Bhati, please join. Plant ko chodo, पहले दिख दो. Anuj Jain. I request Sanjay Jindal sir to join onto the dais. Engineers India Limited. He is the Director of Finance of Engineers India Limited. Sir, please, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Namaste. Now, I request President sir and Navneet Jain to felicitate Sri Vivek sir from ONGC. कवर में दे दीजिए, कवर में दे दीजिए. शाल उतरियो, give it on top. मोमेंटो नहीं है, शाल भी नहीं है, शाल दे दो, शाल दे दो.
Memento they are bringing.
Where is he? Oh, बैग में रखो. जाइए ना. अरे ये लो ना. Yeah. What is this? Sorry. Now I call upon Sri Sudhakar Babu gar. Sir, President sir, and Panduranga Rao sir, I request to join along with NIRC Chairman Yadav sir. Is he there? Yadav sir, please. Yes, I will. Yadav sir, please. Pandu sir, you also. Please, sir. Moment. Shall it is there. Bag. आप जाइए. Next. Next, I request Dwivedi sir, DF of BHEL. I request President sir and Avijit Goswami sir. Chituda is there. Chitaranjan. Chituda, please come. Timely you give.
टाइम
देख लो अभिजीत देख लो. Now, felicitation to Sri Jindal sir, DF of Engineers India Limited. I request President sir, Hani Singh from NIRC, Secretary, and Nandi sir, please join. Nandi sir, please join. Nandi sir, Secretary of the Institute, please. You Nandi both. Nandi sir, name change sir. किसी का नाम ठीक नहीं, नाम सबका ठीक नहीं, एक बार देख लो ना. No, किसी को बोल दो, they will change. Okay. Friends, once again, welcome you all. And we started the program as per the schedule. So, members and participants have to bear with us. Please, unlike other events where we start 30 minutes delay, whereas this event we started as per the schedule. First of all, I request the members to bear with us and cooperate and allow the event to conduct as per the agenda. Good evening once again. Vikasit Bharat 2047 means in the next 23, 24 years or 22 years, India is aiming to be the top 2 or top 3 global economy. One of the global top 2 or top 3 global economies with a GDP of $30 trillion. It's quite possible, provided if all our finance professionals lead the way. Friends, RISE is not a simple acronym. It is a mandate for all of us to achieve Vikasit Bharat. It stands for resilience, innovation, strategy, and excellence. till 2015 or 16, India used to be a back office center. Maybe because of the expertise that we developed as a back office or transaction processing centers, now India has poised or reached a stage where we can lead the world. So we want to hear more from the delegates, industry delegates. What are the key measures that we need to take as a finance professional, or what we'll need to learn, unlearn, or train our members as an institute? These things we want to hear from the deliberations of various corporates. Now I request our cost advisor chief, Sri Anand Kumar Pal sir, to give his message. Sir Pal, please.
Okay. Respected Member of Parliament, President ICMI, senior colleagues of ICMI, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great opportunity for all of us to be here and discuss upon the emerging role of CMA profession and how we can contribute for the national building. I think as a cost accountant, whether we are in industry, government, or as a practicing cost accountant, we have a very important role to achieve the national objective of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Since I am in the government, I would say that as a government official, we need to do a balancing act for the government, and we have to look after the interest of the government. We have to look after the ease of doing business for the industry, and at the same time, it is also our duty to ensure the ease of living for our citizens. And in this way, cost accountants have to think beyond their silos and come out with a novel solution for every opportunity or every situation. And we are here to provide a novel solution to the government, because nowadays or today, if you see, technology is emerging in a big way, and business dynamics are also changing. So there are many threats as well as opportunities. So we need to analyze, we need to, if I am in a government, I have to suggest the ways how to facilitate the government in protecting the interest of the industry, as well as we have to see that the role of the government is also well performed. So I will not take much time, because our honorable members have scheduled to leave shortly. Thank you so much.
Now I request Vivek sir, Director of Finance of ONGC, to address the gathering.
Good evening, all. Respected Honorable MP, Sri B. Mastan Rao, Sri Anand Kumar Pal, Advisor to GOI, President of ICMAI, other council members, my fellow colleagues from other companies from the PSU, Sri Rajesh Dwivedi, DF BHEL, Sudhakar Babu, DF MD Sagarmala Finance, Sanjay Jindal ji, DFEIL, industry leaders, fellow professionals, and colleagues. It's a privilege to address this August gathering at the RISE India Leadership Summit 2026. I congratulate the Institute for conceptualizing a theme that is not only timely, but also strategically significant. Strategic leadership for global business capabilities, CMAs as architects of value creation and capability augmentation. This theme captures the very essence of the transformation we are witnessing in the global economic and business landscape. We are living in a time when the global economy is undergoing a structural change rather than a cyclical change. Geopolitical realignments, evolving trade dynamics, energy transition pressures, and rapid digitalization are redefining the way business operates. What we are witnessing today is not a temporary disruption, but a reconfiguration of global economic frameworks. In such an environment, leadership must move beyond conventional approaches and embrace strategic foresight, agility, and data-driven decision-making. From ONGC's perspective, this transformation is both a challenge and an opportunity. We continue to play a pivotal role in ensuring the nation's energy security while simultaneously preparing for a low-carbon future. We have clear commitments for net zero. We are evolving into a fully integrated energy enterprise. This not only entails technological advancement, but also robust financial strategy, cost discipline, and value optimization. This brings me to the central role of cost and management accountants. So the theme rightly mentions or positions the CMAs as architects of value creation. I am reminded of my own profession as I began my journey as an engineer and then later transitioned into finance discipline. I have first-hand experience of modern finance professional. He must act as a bridge between technical operational excellence and robust fiscal strategy. This convergence of engineering insight and financial discipline is increasingly becoming essential in a complex, asset-intensive industries like energy. Traditionally, finance professionals have been custodians of cost, control, and compliance. However, in today's complex and dynamic business behavior, this role has been expanded significantly, and now CMAs are expected to provide strategic insights, support decision-making, and drive value across the organization. The relevance of the transformation that is underway will become evident as shortly there will be a discussion on cost leadership in an AI-powered economy. ONGC has been actively leveraging digital technologies, including AI and analytics, to enhance operational efficiency and productivity. Initiatives such as integrated digital analytics systems, real-time drilling operations, predictive maintenance platforms are all enabling faster decision-making, reducing downtime, and optimizing resource utilization. However, while this technology provides the tools, it is the financial and cost leadership that ensures sustained value creation. In an AI-driven environment, as cost structures become dynamic and decision-making becomes real-time, the demand for finance professionals who can interpret data and embed it into strategic frameworks becomes paramount. As has already been mentioned, India has emerged as a global hub for capability centers, which have evolved from back office organizations to strategic engines of innovation and decision support. Organizations today require centralized capabilities that can drive efficiency, governance, and strategic alignment across geographies. ONGC's own integrated operations and global footprint reflect the importance of such capability-driven models. CMAs have a very critical role to play in these ecosystems by anchoring financial intelligence, ensuring cost efficiency, and strengthening governance. We have embarked on this journey and we have already taken the step in the right direction by having a shared finance model which centralizes key financial processes such as vendor payments. We are on the way for capability augmentation, where centralization of expertise not only drives efficiency, but also enhances control, transparency, and scalability. It reflects how finance functions can evolve into integrated capability centers within organizations. In the context, the association between ONGC and the CMA fraternity becomes even more important. CMAs have long contributed to ONGC's journey through cost audit, budgeting, pricing, and performance analysis. Going forward, this relationship must evolve into a strategic partnership focused on innovation, analytics, and value creation. There is immense potential for collaboration in emerging areas such as AI-driven frameworks, capability development, and future-ready finance professionals. As we reflect on leadership today, it is clear that value is no longer defined only in financial terms. It encompasses sustainability, resilience, and long-term impact. Leaders must integrate financial prudence with environmental responsibility and technological advancement, ensuring that growth is both inclusive and sustainable. In conclusion, we stand at a defining moment in our economic journey. India is poised to play a pivotal role in the global economy, and sectors like energy will be central to this transformation. In this evolving landscape, the role of CMAs will be critical in bridging cost, strategy, and value creation. Their ability to integrate finance with technology and operations will determine how effectively organizations navigate the future. Let me conclude by saying that in a world defined by disruption and driven by data, the true differentiator will be the ability to convert cost into strategy and strategy into sustainable value. I am confident that the CMA fraternity will continue to play a leadership role in shaping this future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Now I request Jindal sir to address for a couple of minutes.
Honorable Member of Parliament Shri B. Mastan Rao ji, CMA, ICMA Chairman Shri TCA Srinivas Prasad ji, NRSE Chairman Shri Rakesh Yadav ji, Advisor Cost Shri Anand Pal ji, Central Council Member Shri M.K. Anand ji, Director Finance on dais, and esteemed CMA colleagues, professionals. A very warm good evening to all of you. I would like to extend my greetings to all of you with us today. It is an honor to address the August gathering at the Rise India Leadership Summit, where we deliberate on a subject that is critical to the India's emerging economic strength, strategic leadership in global capacity centers, and the role of CMAs as architect of the value creation. India today stands at a defining moment in global economic history. The world no longer looks at India merely as back office destination. It now sees India as a center of strategic thinking, digital innovation, business intelligence, and leadership execution, leadership execution. Global capability centers, popularly known as GCC, have become powerful institutions where multinational enterprises derive high-value decisions, technology integrations, and enterprise transformation from Indian soil. In this transformation, cost and management accountants hold a unique, powerful position. A CMA today is not confined to traditional accounting function, costing function. Rather, the CMA is a strategic leader who interprets numbers into business intelligence, converts financial discipline into growth strategy, and align operational decisions with value. The modern GCC operates in a highly competitive environment where efficiency, compliance, risk control, and strategic cost optimization must coexist. This is where CMA create measurable impact through advanced cost analytics, budgeting intelligence, transfer pricing, performance measurements framework, and predictive financial modeling. CMA helps organizations move from cost control to value creation. Strategic leadership demands more than technical expertise. It requires the ability to interpret disruption, understand global business dynamics, and interpret and integrate technology into financial decision making. Artificial intelligence, automation, and data-driven systems are reshaping GCC operations. CMA who adopt digital tool can significantly enhance forecasting accuracy, procurement efficiency, resources utilization, and project profitability. We, Engineers India Limited, manages annual procurement of nearly 20,000 crore for diverse projects executed for its clients across sectors such as oil and gas, petrochemicals, infrastructure, and energy. In such a large procurement ecosystem, cost accuracy and timely decision making are critical to the project success. In the EIL, CMA analyze large cost data sets, identify inefficiencies, forecast price trends, and supports real-time decision making. Not only that, through data-driven insights, CMA helps EIL for efficient utilization of manpower, thereby improving margins and strengthening competitiveness. Further, GCC leadership today requires strong governance. As organizations expand globally, issues such as regulatory compliance, internal controls, environmental, social, and governance reporting, and cross-border accountability become critical. Here again, the CMA act as a bridge between the strategy and the governance, ensuring that growth remains sustainable, transparent, and compliant. India's aspiration towards Viksit Bharat depends not only on industrial expansion, but also on leadership excellence in institutions that serve global business ecosystems. GCC are becoming talent laboratories where India demonstrate intellectual leadership to the world. In the journey, CMAs are not merely finance professionals, they are strategic partner in national building. The future belongs to professionals who can combine financial wisdoms with the digital capability, strategic thinking with governance discipline, and leadership with execution excellence. CMAs are ideally positioned to lead the change because they understand both value creation and value proposition protection. As India rises on the global economic stage, the role of CMAs in GCC will become even more influential, shaping decisions, strengthening competitiveness, and creating sustainable enterprises value. Let us therefore see ourselves not only as custodian of cost, but as architect of transformation, strategic leadership, and national progress. In conclusion, I once again thank the ICMI for organizing this meaningful event and for the opportunity to share my thoughts. Engineers India Limited remains committed to supporting India's growth and look forward to continued collaboration with CMAs and other stakeholders in shaping a prosperous and sustainable future for the state. Thank you so much.
I request Dwivedi sir, please. Sir. Oh, sorry, sorry, sir. Dwivedi sir. I request MP sir. Sorry, MP sir has to leave, so I request MP Mastan Rao sir to address the gathering. Sorry, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
No problem. Good evening to all of you. Distinguished President Mr. Srinivas Prasad and council members of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Mr. Vinay, Mr. Anand, Mr. Bhati and Navneet ji, and RC members, Mr. Panduranga Raji and Sudhakar Babu, MD Sagarmala Finance Corporation, and Mr. Vivek, Director Finance ONGC, and other delegates from the various industries and professions. Good evening to all of you. So I had to catch my 8:45 flight to go to Chennai. That's why I requested organizers to give me opportunity to speak in between and permit me to leave. It is a privilege to address this distinguished gathering at the RISE India Leadership Summit 2026. I commend the Institute for bringing together thought leaders around a theme that is both timely and transformative strategic leadership for global business capabilities, with the CMAs as architects of value creation and capability augmentation. Today, India stands at a defining moment in its economic journey. The global business landscape is undergoing a profound shift, and India is no longer just a participant, it is emerging as a leader. When we speak of global business capabilities and global capability centers, that is GCCs, we are witnessing a structural transition from India as a back office to India is the world boardroom. India today hosts over 1,700 GCCs, employing nearly 19 lakh professionals, with revenues growing from 40 billion in financial year 2019 to over 64 billion in financial year 2024. In the coming years, the sector is expected to cross 100 billion, employing close to 2.8 million professionals. These centers are no longer support units. They are centers for innovation, engineering, R&D, digital transformation, and strategic decision making. India's economic vision from $5 trillion to global leadership. India's aspiration to become the third largest economy by 2047, that is when we are going to complete 100 years independence, is not incremental, it is transformational. The 5 trillion milestone is not just a target, it is the foundation for India's emergence as a global economic powerhouse. To achieve this, we must focus on 5 strategic pillars. First, sustained high growth with macroeconomic stability. India must maintain 7 to 8% GDP growth driven by investment, consumption, and exports, ensuring resilience and inclusivity. Second, manufacturing depth and global value chain integration. Though Make in India and PLI schemes, we must scale advanced manufacturing in electronics, semiconductors, defense, and green technologies, positioning India as a trusted global manufacturing hub. Third, services leadership powered by GCCs. GCCs are driving AI, that is the artificial intelligence, data analytics, and engineering innovation, placing India at the heart of the global knowledge economy. Fourth, human capital transformation. With 28% of the global STEM workforce and 23% of software talent, India must now focus on deep tech skills, continuous upskilling, and industry-aligned education. Fifth, a globally competitive investment climate. Reforms in FDI, SEZs, and ease of doing business must now deliver speed periodically and scale, making India the preferred destination for global investment. CMAs as architects of value creation and capability augmentation. Dear friends, at the heart of India's transformation stands a critical enabler, the cost and management accountants. In today's technology-driven global economy, CMAs are no longer confined to traditional roles. They are architects of value creation and drivers of capability augmentation, enabling business to compete and lead globally. In the GCC ecosystem, CMAs are increasingly emerging as strategic partners to global leadership, contributing directly to innovation, transformation, and long-term value creation. The way forward, going ahead, our priorities must be clear. Position India as global center of excellence for GCCs and high-value services. Expand growth into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities for inclusive development. Strengthen collaboration between government, industry, and institutions like ICMAI. Then empower CMAs as leaders in strategy, innovation, and governance. India today offers a unique combination of talent, technology, and trust. The world is no longer looking at India for efficiency alone, but for leadership. So here I wanted to say one thing as a businessman. First, let me tell you, our Honorable Civil Aviation Minister, supposed to be chief guest of this event, due to whip issued by the NDA government, is held up in the Parliament House. Any moment he may come. But this is started 6:30, that Parliament business started 6:30. It may extend up to 8:39, depends on the situation. He may come anytime. He asked me to convey his greetings and best wishes on the occasion of this very good event of cost accountants. And moreover, Skill Development Minister, Mr. Jayant Chaudhary also, who is a good friend of mine and who promised that he will attend the occasion. He left for Uttar Pradesh on some important work. And moreover, coming 4 days, our parliament is not sitting in business. Why? Because now tomorrow is a Telugu New Year's Day and a Karnataka New Year's Day, and following day is Ramjan, and Saturday, Sunday is coming. So because of this continuous 4 days holidays, most of the honorable ministers and my MP colleagues left for their native towns and constituencies. So otherwise they would have joined, most of them supposed to join this very good occasion. So, and they are, most of them promised, but that time, no, these 4 days continuous holidays were not expected. And one thing, here I am a businessman, and I did my CA articleship also. Unfortunately, I didn't pass out my CA final. That is the reason I entered business. I was into service also as a business, finance manager for private organization in Chennai for almost 10 years. During that my professional tenure, I gained some experience and started business. See, now 3 cost accountants are working for my organization. After they joined my organization, I found lot of difference in saving the cost. Profit is nothing but sales minus cost of inputs. So it is a prevention is better than a cure. So if you hire cost accountant, because of their services and their expertise, practically we have seen in our own organization, my profitability every year is going up. So that the importance of the cost accountant nowadays importance of the cost accountants nowadays are being realized by the most of the business people. Earlier, we are only hiring chartered accountants because for statutory obligations. Now the scenario is getting changed. And moreover, in the crisis only, we can find very good opportunities. My leader, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, used to tell always, so opportunities you have to find during a crisis and challenges only. In normal times, it is very difficult to find the opportunities. During crisis, 100%, even I have my own experience also, I am telling you. So now, because of geopolitical situation, is most of the countries on this globe are passing through the very difficult times. One after one. Earlier, Ukraine-Russia war, and without that ending, and then Trump's tariff, issues are all, tightening our business activities, and then again followed by West Asia crisis. Really, as a businessman, for last 2 years, I'm suffering a lot. But in the blessing in disguise, like after this cost accountant died, I see a lot of money wherever possible. Earlier only we used to discuss with the chartered accountants or finance managers. Now we having special sessions with the cost accountants to give us a kind of inputs how to save money. Otherwise, it is difficult to sustain. We have to service the financial institutions. If you don't pay interest for 3 consecutive months, they will make us NPS, and our civil, our rating will come down. If your rating come down means automatically your rate of interest and other things will go up. So the importance of cost accountant, practically I am seeing for last 4 or 5 years. Now, other day also when I met Srinivas Prasad and then I visited your institute, I was telling them, I found lot of difference after hiring the cost accountants, and there is huge demand. Huge demand is there because now India is becoming a industrial hub in the coming years under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and our leader of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. The transformation, what is happening is unimaginable. If, for example, you say, take Andhra Pradesh, lakhs of crores of investment coming up. So automatically, there will be huge demand for cost accountants, chartered accountants, and other professionals. So definitely, future is yours only. With this, I wanted to convey my best wishes and greetings to you to make this event very successful. God bless you all. Because you permit me now, I have to attend our Honorable Vice President of India is hosting a dinner in honor of the retiring MPs, my colleagues. I am from Rajya Sabha. So I have to attend. It is my responsibility. So just show my face and see my ex-colleagues, and from there I will proceed to airport. Sorry, I can't wait for a long time. Thank you for giving me opportunity and making me part of this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mastan Rao Garu. Your words of wisdom. Sir. I request Pandu sir, please accompany MP sir and take care. No, Anand sir. Okay. Request all the audience to give a big round of applause, MP sir. Okay. Sir is announcing that one more MP, Sana Satish, may be joining us. He is attending another meeting. From there, he will proceed here. He will come here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for carrying the message of so many MPs and ministers' wishes for the institute. We all will remember your words, sir. Pandu, sir, please take care. Momento, sir. I request our Dwivedi, sir, please address the gathering for a few minutes.
Good evening, respected President Sir, Sanjay Jindal Sir, Pal Sir, Tangaur Sir, and all dignitaries who are on the dais, Bajaj Sir, past and present council members. This really is a very nice opportunity to see such a galaxy of the CMAs. Everyone, each one of us are having very high responsibilities in our respective fields. ONGC is such a big organization. Saab is there. So it is not that some new thing has come. How I see, I share my little experience because organizers have told that we have to take couple of minutes only, and there is a session further to discuss other things. Our skills were identified then, and now we were not finding the place to apply those skills. Today global GCCs are coming, these GCCs are coming, so now we are able to find the place to apply our knowledge. Earlier in a limited manner we must be applying somewhere or other. Of course organizations are much more of the size than the GCCs are there, but still it is expanding our areas, I would say. In our country, we have the concept of these PSUs, Maharatnas, Navratnas, so many organizations are there. Private sector is also picking up very well. Earlier, private sector investment was not coming. Today, some of the houses are announcing that for coming 10 years, every year 2 lakh crore rupees they will be investing. So that has become the size of investments. So in India itself, the opportunities are emerging. GCC is one of them. And so far our contributions are there. We are always, CMAs are always the co-pilots. Every organization is being run by the technocrat sometimes, on whosoever is the domain expert in that particular field where that organization is playing. But the finance person is just next to him. So when they are steering, we are the co-pilots. We are very, very embedded strategic partners in the business, whatever our companies are running. We are no more than in the supporting roles or back office, whatever we call. Only thing that now we are redefining the roles, what we have been playing. And this we are seeing in the PSUs. PSUs, Maharatna is a category where almost 14 institutes are there, organizations are there. Majority of them, the finance departments are being headed by the CMAs only. And recently there was a talk that chartered accountants will get, again it is not a comparison, they will get preference in selection of this. But when it came to the results, we get an informal kind of feedback that of course whatever preference they are getting or not getting, but the selections are happening for the cost accountants, majority of the. So these are the certain things where we find that our CMAs are capable enough, they are full of the skills. Only thing that now we are finding the place to apply that skills and kind of. Another thing is that our intelligence, the integration and the influence is unparalleled. Only thing that certain technological things are emerging these days that we have to become hands-on. That is the only challenge. Other than that, I don't see any challenge. I don't see any new kind of thing. It is only thing we are expanding with a great pace. And with this, I will take my seat and will wait for the further discussions. Thank you very much and wishing you all the best for this discussion. Thank you.
I request, thank you, Dwivedi sir. I request Sudhakar Babu Garu to address for a few minutes.
respected senior colleagues on the dais and dear friends. First of all, thank you very much for CMA Institute for giving me this opportunity to address this August gathering. So understanding the global business capabilities is very much essential uh, for, for transformation of this financial data into valuable inputs so that to improve the efficiency and performance. Coming to the, I represent Sagarmala Finance Corporation. So understanding the global business capabilities is very much essential for maritime sector especially. Because if you see the business, 95% by volume and almost 75% in value, whatever business India has been doing is being done through maritime sector, maritime lines, through sea ways. So it is very much essential for us to understand how the other players across the globe people are practicing the best practices. This is to understand this, it is very much essential. Coming to the importance of maritime sector, recently the last budget, around 70,000 crores of budget has been created in various legs to improve the maritime sector in India. If you understand the global scenario, but as per the CRISIL report of 2024, the shipping industry has received the highest orders. Because if you understand the shipping industry, it is a cyclical industry. The life of ship varies between 25 to 30 years. So if you see the global scenario, more than 53% of the ships has to be replaced in the coming years. So as such, the demand for shipping industry has increased recently. So that to meet this, the demand requirements to understand the global scenarios is very much essential. If you see the Amrit Kal vision of 2047 and also the maritime vision of 2030, Government of India has already identified the various parameters wherein we have identified where we are today and where we want to be by 2047. So as such, in various respects today, we are almost negligible when compared to the industry standards. So these kind of leadership summits will definitely encourage and allow to understand the best industrial practices across the globe, and so that it will help us in improving our efficiency. I once again thank you for giving me this opportunity for to address this gathering, and I definitely will contribute to the extent possible to improve the standards in the industry. Thank you very much.
Now I request our Rakesh Yadav sir, please propose vote of thanks for the inaugural, and then we will proceed to the technical session one.
Honorable member of the country. Thanks, sir. I would also like to thank all the participants for active involvement is the true success of this event. Rise India is not just a theme, but responsibility. And together we will carry this vision forward. With this, once again, thank you very much. I conclude my vote of thanks with one motivational quote. Because the environment is very serious, so some motivation is needed. तुम यहाँ खींचते हो लकीरें जमीनों पर, तुम यहाँ खींचते हो लकीरें जमीनों पर, हम अपने लिए एक नया आसमान ढूंढते हैं, हम अपने लिए एक नया आसमान ढूंढते हैं, तुम बनाते रहो पिंजरे पे पिंजरा, हम अपने पंखों में एक नई उड़ान ढूंढते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you, Yadav sir. So, this is a formal closure for inaugural, and request delegates on the dais, sir, please, if you move on to the audience gallery, we will proceed for the technical session 1. Thank you. Thank you. No. Sir, I request President TCS Srinivas Prasad sir to be on the dais. Yes, sir. Before we formally proceed with the business of technical session 1, we do have a privilege to sign an MOU with the Institute of Internal Auditors, USA, which allows our members to take the challenge exam and get the membership of CIA. So today, to sign that MOU, we have Sri Mukundan and Sri K. Venugopal. Venugopal is the president for the Institute of Internal Auditors, India branch. I request both of you, along with our Goswami sir, who is the chairman of Internal Audit and Assurance Board, request you to please come to the dais. I also request Sri Deva Prasanna Nandi, Doctor, our secretary, to sign the MOU in the presence of President and Goswami sir. Chituda, you also may join. Where are you? Chittaranjan sir. Okay. Bhati ji. RS Bhati. Okay. Sir, just sit and have, sir. Please, sir. Just 2 minutes. Just have a seat, sir. Nandi ji, please facilitate yourself. Avijit sir, you sit there. Bhati, you sit for a minute. Next question, list कहाँ? रिया कहाँ? Same लिखी है ना? Same. No, National Food Corporation. No, it's okay, but list चाहिए ना? Yeah, list चाहिए, names for second section, technical section. You take it? No, you take it. Yes. Let this formally gets closed, and then I this helps our members. I request Avijit sir, please tell one word. Tell.
Honorable President of my institute, Honorable President, Institute of Internal Auditors of India. This is an auspicious occasion and proud moment for all of us that Institute of Cost Accountants, members of our institute are going to get the opportunity to sit in the CIA challenge exam now onwards. The thing is that when you want to get the CIA degree, certified internal auditor, you have to pass 3 papers. This IIA Institute has introduced this challenge exam for chartered accountants in 7 countries, and for the first time, it is given to our member CMAs of India. So I would request all our members who are in the audit profession or internal audit profession, enhance their qualification. Please come forward and join this course and appear for the exam and get this certification. It's very valuable certification. Whole world it is recognized, and more than that is that they have got huge research work and lot of materials which would help all of us with the latest contemporary developments in the field of audits and risk management. With this, I would like to request also President of IIA India to say a few words.
Thank you, sir, to all the dignitaries on and off the stage. It's been a pleasure that we've been able to sign this with you all. We've been trying to get this done through IIA Incorporation US for the last 6 years. And with all your support and with some extensive work from Mr. Mukundan, our CEO of IIA India, this has finally seen the light of the day. I just wanted to add one additional sentence which I alluded to a lot of people who spoke earlier. I currently head the internal audit of Infosys, and I must tell you, over the last 6 to 7 years in particular, the number of CMAs that we've hired are probably 30 to 35% of the entire finance strength. And for the last 4 years in particular, we've had direct placements into the internal audit stream, both on the technology and non-technology side, from especially the Hosur and the Bangalore chapters. So for those of you who believe that internal audit is only restricted for the rest of the people, I allude to what you said, sir, that the strength is only increasing, and please do not get confined to one directional or universal thought. That's all my limited charges. Thanks a ton.
May I now request our Honorable President TCS Srinivas Prasad sir to say a few words on this occasion.
This is a momentous day.
Yes. I request Saurabh Maheshwari, CEO of Skills Tech Company. Sir, please come to the desk. And request Sanjeev Biswas, Partner Director, Microsoft. Sir, please come to the dais. I request DP Nandi, Secretary of the Institute. Please come to the dais, sir. Nandi, sir. That's it. I request Bhatti ji to start the session. Please, sir. From there itself, you can. From there. Okay.
Thank you, Vinay Ranjan Garu, for a wonderful program on the very relevant topic and very hot topic in the country. Like as the country is pursuing towards the marking destination of a third largest economy. We are the fourth largest, but we are a thin line of a gap. So with us, we have a power leadership from the industry, and the topic is cost leadership in AI powered economy. Before going to the driving a Viksit Bharat, before going to the topic from the institute side, I would like to welcome all of the dignitaries sitting on a dais. I would request CMA Santosh Pant to come and felicitate CMA Ashok Kumar, Director Finance, National Seeds Corporation. CMA Ashok Kumar is recently joined as a Director Finance in National Seeds Corporation. He is a cost accountant and a company secretary, and just one call away from our most of the program. He always come and guide us. I would request CMA SN Mittal sir to felicitate CMA Sanjeev Miswas, Partner Director, Microsoft. We have a good role and always Microsoft in day-to-day life, because the day when the validity of a Microsoft license got expired and Excel blump like anything. So sir, you are welcome and always guide us. I would request CMA Hanish Singh, Secretary of NIRC, to welcome CMA Pradeep Kumar Chand, Director Finance, Cement Corporation of India Limited. In the competitive era, sir, you are the only face who, sir, welcome for you, just Hanish Singh. Yeah, please. CCI play a very good role in the competitive era in the cement and all, managing all cartel and something. So you are welcome, sir. You are a proud cost accountant. Now I would request CMA Madhuri Kashyap, Treasurer of NIRC, to welcome CMA Sri Saurabh Maheshwari, Founder CEO of SKLZ Tech. Saurabh Maheshwari is a known face in our fraternity. I thought he is a cost accountant only, so because he is the intellectual bank for our institute. Thank you once again, all sitting on a dais and be a part of our intellectual session today. Today's topic for the first session, cost leadership in AI-powered economy. See, the things are changing in a very disruptive world like anything. And the AI tool which help us is like every day you are seeing something new venture is coming and that they are growing like anything in a just for a small span of a time. So we have a learned panel sitting over here. So I would like to listen from you, sir, how this in disruptive world and how our country is moving to the marking our nation in the first and taking a new opportunity when you have a huge disruption in the worldwide like anything. So before starting, I would welcome CMA Ashok Kumar, Director of Finance, National Seed Corporation. You put a seed for this technical session and then we'll go forward. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, my great respect to President, Vice President, Chairman, and Madhuri Ma'am, and all other dignitaries of the dais and on the dais, please. And my special respect to M.K. Anandji, my mentor and great friend of mine even. Well, today the topic is Viksit Bharat. Let me, today I would like to speak upon the CMA role in the agriculture and power sector. Basically, I belong to a power sector and I had joined agriculture just 3 months back. So I have some idea about the agriculture and the role of CMA in agriculture and how it is importance in continuing increasing in the modern world. Well, in the agriculture sector, CMA help in cost control, budgeting, financial planning. They also guide farmers and agro-business in managing input costs, as well as improving profitability, making agriculture more efficient and sustainable. In the power sector, the role of CMA is very important, especially in financial management, project evaluation, cost optimization. Well, they ensure efficient use of resources and support decision making in both traditional and especially in renewable energy project. Importantly, the role of CMA is rapidly increasing with the growing competition and complex business environment. Organizations rely on CMAs. They are still relying on strategic planning, risk management, and performance analysis. Well, in today's digital era, CMA are also adapting to artificial intelligence. They use AI tool for data analysis, forecasting, and automation of routine tasks, allowing them to focus more on strategic decision making. Especially, I'm also using ChatGPT and other tools very frequently. And a clear sign of the growing importance is that the more CMA are being selected as Director of Finance in CPS through interview being conducted by PSP. This reflects the increasing trust in their financial expertise and leadership capability because quite often I'm also a member of some of our professional group. Well, some people are criticizing that chartered accountants, they are getting edge in selection of CPSUs, but it's not true at all. If you see from last 2 years, more than 75% selection has been done from cost accountant, and I got an opportunity to meet Secretary PSB along with President ICM a couple of months back. Well, all this contribution directly support the vision of Viksit Bharat, where the efficient resource management, strong infrastructure, and sustainable growth are essential. Well, CMA are playing a crucial role in achieving these vision by strengthening financial discipline and decision making across sector. However, there are few challenges as well as CMA must continuously upgrade our skill, upgrade their skill, adapt to new technologies, ensure data security, and keep pace with changing regulation and global competition. In conclusion, the CMA are becoming essential across sector, not only in agriculture and in power sector, but across all the sector in involving digital economy, contribution to the stronger and developed India. Especially, well, whatever I am, personally, I say that I am because of my country as well as my institute. So end of the day, I always say that Jai Hind, Jai ICMAI. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Recognizing effort of a CMA in the particularly in the AI-driven economy and the effort of a CMA is wherever the things are, in the repetitive nature, there the AI is playing a very good role, and you can have something, some tool, and some what you are mentioning also in the agriculture sector. Now I would request CMA Pradeep Kumar Chand, Director Finance, Cement Corporation of India, just for your view on this, sir.
Respected presidents, vice presidents, council members, and my CMA colleagues and other dignitaries. So I take this opportunity for the institute to invite me to share my thoughts. So now things that everybody tells competition there, and in the business scenario, what CMA role is there, and everybody telling that other professionals they are chartered accountant, they are MBA, IM from other institute they are, and what role CMA has to play and what opportunities come and what capability, competency framework industry require. So one days there was chartered accountant, they have the privilege. I don't blame any professionals, but you see, when you come to the global business, now question why this scenario has come. Business rules, fundamental business rule has changed. Those were industries, any business, maybe private sector, the rule of business changed. Due to the disruption and the rise of technology, the business scenario has changed. The old business rule which prevails earlier pre-digital scenario doesn't hold good. So what business require? The digital transformation. That is the main objective of the Viksit Bharat. Why digital transformation is coming? Because you're part of digital mission, then industry 4.0. So the role of accountant, finance professional is drastically changed. It doesn't say which chartered accountant doing, which cost accountant doing, which MBA is doing. It requires your capability, what industry requires. Now industry require your knowledge in the global business. You see the taxation. In the taxation, GST has come to VAT after in the global line as per OECD. Similarly, income tax has recently changed. It simplified the procedure because of the doing the global business. Labor code, they have simplified 39 Act, they have put 4 codes. This is all global business practice, business labor practice. So now global business has changed, and the GCC played a vital role. As per government information, all the states now tier 2, tier 1 was for metro cities. Now tier 2 is every state have their own GCC policy. What GCC require? They require not your accounting knowledge. They require your strategic value creation by the finance professional, because they have the expertise in the domain. And digital, what is digital transformation? Digital transformation not about technology. It is about the business strategy among the 4 domain, looking the 4 domain. That is customer, competition, data, value, innovation. So now the role of accountant is not accounting just. You will be a strategic partner, value creation. In the 4 domain, you have to take a business decision. And that decision driven by the AI. So now any finance professional accounting job is no more your job. It is AI will take care of everything. You put a trial balance, you will give the everything. But here question like you need to analyze the GCC, because as per government data, by 2013, 18 lakhs professional is finance professional and finance professional is required by the India. Why global companies are setting up GCC in India? And 60% GCC global companies, they are having GCC in India. 60%. And out of 60%, by 2013, as per government reliable sources, 18 lakhs financial professional will be required. And now this global company, they know the global business language. And why they are choosing India? Because here CMA has the certain advantages. Because of our business operation, costing operations, we know the business processes. And we know how to implicate the business impact, taxes on every impact to develop a strategy for sustainability business. So now these global companies, they are looking for such a professionals who can give value addition, not only cost optimization, he will give a strategic value addition in the entire chain for the global operation. Because the global company, they are looking at finance professional like that. He doesn't make in chartered accountant or cost accountant or MBA finance. They are only looking for the now presently out of the GCC SPI data, they are looking for the IM management only, not chartered accountant or cost accountant. Their first preference is IM. Why IM? Because they have the ability to analyze the data to give an informed decision, strategic decisions. So now our role is that we have to reposition to give a strategic value addition to the organization. And being a cost accountant, we have the added advantages because we have the business processes and we have to develop the strategy through the AI technology. That technology you have to adopt and you have to make a decision. You have to analyze every business processes. As I told, the 5 domain of the digital transformation: customer, competition, data, innovation, value. So now the GCC, they are looking for the new innovation from the Indian brain. That's why 60% GCC are from India. So 18,000 professionals required. Now this competition is everywhere, but we have to reposition. We have to rebuild our capability, demonstrate that we are capable of doing this business, and we can give a strategic decision much more than other professionals. So now that thing has gone. The chartered accountant, they once time they were dominated because of the taxation and everything. Now it is digitization is come. AI will take care of everything. Faceless hearing is there. What they will do? That's something they were hiding the cases, putting the case before a client, and with the income referred licensing, faceless trading. Everything is transparent. So now that role previous they were playing, that has gone. Now you have to be technically, you have to be capable to AI enabled. You have to know the digitization. You have to develop your vision to be a strategic partner value addition in the value creation. And for CMA, it is added advantages. Because you know being the cost expert, you know the business processes. Other professionals may not know the business processes. So when you know the business processes, you know the technology and what technology you will adopt and you enhance the business processes. Because you have to enter the value chain. You have to analyze the entire value chain, risk aspect of each value chain, and you have to make the strategy. So I told that the 5 domain. Now role of accountant is to give the business strategy within the 5 domain of the digital transformation. So this is a critical role. So now I think the accountant role has now gone. So I am expecting that all CMA, they must play a pivotal role and take this opportunity to enhance their capability and to contribute the GCC. And definitely they will come, the global company looking for such a person who knows the technology, who knows the business processes, who can make value addition to them by being a strategic value addition. So these are the main issue. And another thing that I will request my institute also, because since this GCC is coming and the scenario has changed, we don't have any competition with any professionals. Now our institute has to rebuild our syllabus because our syllabus has to redesign as per the international global syllabus like SEMA, SECA. You have to focus that line because SEMA, SECA, they have designed their syllabus immediately as per AI and technology. They have designed the syllabus. And another thing that our institute should immediately think of that and redesign the syllabus so our members will be capable of the learning the global business scenario. Because all the SEMA and CMA, they have the case study basis practically. They are not theoretical oriented. So when you include the case study, the member will be able to take and the student will be able to take the business decision instantly, case to case basis. Similarly, other institute also, all the institute they have revamped the syllabus because of the technology change, AI, artificial intelligence impact, they have changed. So my sincere advice will that our CMA can play in tremendous role. They have the other advantages. Only thing that they have to rebuild, reposition by the new business language, global business language. Then definitely will be succeed. And there is no thing that they have dominated by other professionals, MBA, IIM, CA, doesn't make any difference. Because since you are in industry, you have worked for industry 30 to 34 years, then now what industry require in the global scenario, that has to be seen. And who deliver the best, he will be the competent person for the global companies. So now my thing is that the CMS should not feel that a market is dominated by chartered accountant, they are doing that days is good. You see, in the income tax also they don't allow us, but only valuation they have included a CMA. Every country they include chartered accountant, cost accountant for the as accountant, but they don't derive. But there is some issue in bureaucracy, then political issue. Okay. So these are things, but we should not be disheartened. We are in a very strong position, rebuild our position. Only thing that we have increased our capability, and we have to make ourselves competent as per the global business practices. So definitely our profession will be rising, and will be in a position to demonstrate that we are not less than any other professional, and we have other advantages. I wish all the best for the CMS, those who have put their effort. And I will conclude that CMA are not a accountant right now, not cost controller. They are the architect of the value addition in the future to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for putting a logic before the speaker who is coming for giving the whatever the problem you have just given. Because today all technical guy, all tech guy, all fintech guy, if you tell some logic, they will give you some sort of a thing. So I would welcome CMA Sri Shauram Mahesh. You take a CMA degree. I will not able to forget it. Please welcome.
I need an HDMI cable to be connected, please. HDMI cable to get connected. Fine. Good evening, everyone. Good to be here in the fleet of academicians, financial professionals, and obviously CMAs and industry people. Me coming up here from the technological side gives a clear perception that finance and technology are not separated domains today. So we are into fintech market, and I think in fintech, two domain experts, finance and technology, has to align together. And thanks for inviting me up here. And it's always a privilege to be a part of the fraternity who is serving the industry from, you can say, the backbone of the entire financial industry, CAs, CMAs, CS. You all are, I think, everywhere in the country. So to begin my session, I'll just put few words first, that the thought process of Viksit Bharat seems to be a very amazing statement. But just a statement and having a dream of around 2.5 decades ahead of now does not seem feasible for me. For you as a financial professional, I think benchmarks or some sort of parameters are going to make a difference. For me, there's a clear-cut gap which is being positioned to us as a Viksit Bharat for 2047, and what we are right now in almost 2027, I can say that. The gap is pretty much visible. First is we don't have the benchmarks. The benchmarks which are actually going to tell us that whether we are heading towards the right directions or not. Second, the clear-cut gaps comes up that there is no mechanism to bear or handle the challenges which are about to come up. And those challenges are not visible to all of us. We have never ever thought of having some sort of bombardment in Dubai and having some sort of unrest in the Middle East countries. Right? So these challenges are beyond our expectations. And third and clear-cut challenge, I think we need to address that today itself, or maybe people out here are the most intellectual community to address that. That is the gap between industry and academia. There's a clear-cut gap. And all these gaps are actually pushing me to take this vision of Viksit Bharat as something which is a gloomy future for me, not a very brightly visible thing. Now, to cover up that with two facts, one is I'll contradict my own point, and one is I'll support my own point, whether we are in the right direction or not. Let me put two figures for you. One, you know that last year, China has filed up somewhere close to 73,700 patents last year itself. India, till date, in last around 50 years of the patent industry, the total patents we have is less than 65,000. So from 75,000 plus last year itself in China to the totality less than 65,000 in the country itself, we are very well behind the race of being the Viksit Bharat. But on the other side, if I'll put certain facts in front of you, which will showcase that the direction is right, but the approach is wrong. You can see on the screen that 81% of the Indian financial digital retail transactions are done with UPI. We are the same country which has not been knowing about the financial transaction, the UPI mode, 9 years back from now. And today, more than 50% of the global digital transactions are done by Indians. And I think we should be proud of that. But on the other side, the challenges, which is the vulnerability, the risk, and the ecosystems in which we are, is not at all sustainable. The smallest of the country like Vietnam is having more of GPUs than India itself. We are proud to have 38,000 GPUs right now, but let me tell you, Vietnam is way ahead than us. So this gap is clearly visible. But although considering this gap and the focus on the industry moving forward is giving me a perception, and that is the futuristic figures which has been positioned and pointed out by some leading educationalists or economists in the country, that by 2030, the Indian fintech industry will be somewhere close to $990 billion. Now, this particular number gives opportunity and challenges both to you, all CMA members up here. This $990,000 billion or $990 billion is actually something which is pushing us to adapt the digital financial ecosystems and to secure, regulate, and govern that specifically and very strongly. Now, coming up to the topic called AI. Now, this is a very hyped topic, misunderstood by many of the professionals and misused by many of the industrialists. We are, as a country, as of now, the users of AI. Whereas to be Viksit Bharat, I think we have to be developer of AI. Usage can be done by anyone. Development needs to be done by leaders. And if you want to be a leader, like what Mr. PM Modi says, Vishwa Guru, we have to develop artificial intelligence, not the user of artificial intelligence. And the three era of AI, which I always position in my speeches wherever I go, is first is the foundation year, which we have just crossed. The foundation year was making sure that, yes, people are aware about this terminology, technology, and we are talking about it, and government is putting effort into taking it to a next level. And I think AI Summit, investment of government in the AI domain, which close to somewhere 10,700 odd crores, showcase the vision and the steps ahead, or the first steps taken are good enough. But now the acceleration year starts. From 2025 to 2030, I put them as acceleration years, in which the AI-driven economies and AI-driven market is going to shape up the industry altogether. It is going to rise up by 31% CAGR. And entire banking transactions will be more regulated by digital ecosystems. But after that is the intelligence to scale era. And I think that is where our role has to be more inclined towards making this ecosystem sustainable and governed by strong guidelines, ethics, and regulatory compliances. That is, we will be heading towards automated finance. No financial ecosystems and no transaction will be done manually. Most of them will be automatically being deducted, like your electricity bill at one particular point of time will be automatically deducted from your account. You don't have to remain recalling the deadlines for that. AI-driven pricing will come, and I think we all are seeing that the flight rates, the hotel rates keeps on accelerating on their own without being human controls. And we have seen that during this Indigo issues, wherein prices have gone to 1 lakh rupees, wherein the companies have completely rose their hand that is beyond our control. So that is completely AI-driven. We have to embed the compliances in our system. The compliances as of now are not sufficient enough to withstand the problem of digital economy which is going to come up. So as of now, I am sure that all of you are not heading towards those problems. So if I am wrong, and I want to be, 2028 onwards, the cyber tsunami is going to come up. The risks and challenges which are expected from 2028 onwards cannot be imagined by any one of us. I can actually only visualize the problem statement because our compliances and our regulatory, our governance mechanism is not strong. We will be heading towards something called predictive treasuries. Entire economy, entire data will be so humongous and so accurate that entire financial transactions, digital treasuries, loan applications, and everything will be completely predictable. Now, in that case, I don't see the role which you are playing right now is going to be sustained. Now, if the roles are changing, I think you need to change yourself as well. So I have 7 points to make to President Sir and the entire council members up here, along with the industry people, that these are the 7 points that needs to be incorporated in the professional upbringing of every one of us, including you, me, and the students, to make sure we are heading towards a sustainable professional career. One is you have to learn AI economics. The economics, which is talking about AI involvement, data and fact-driven economies, and not working on statistics or samples. We are looking for entire census to be taken care as a whole. We have to work on data literacy completely. We cannot minus data altogether. Data is the new fuel all over the world. Although we have seen in last around a week or so that the power of fuel is what is being burning all over the world, and Trump is eyeing towards that. But my take is that take 10 years down the line, data is the only thing which is going to drive. You need to make sure that all our professionals, including the working professionals and the people who are about to join up the economy and industry in times to come, have to be mastering the digital skills. We have to work on AI governance, and I think government has already put up their initiatives in last 6 months or so, that almost everybody, people up here from the energy ministry, from the telecom ministry are there sitting up, and they all will agree to the fact that cybersecurity and cyber resilience frameworks and regulatory compliances are now by all ministries, and DPDP Act is all overarching the entire thing. So we have to develop an AI-based governance. We have to collaborate beyond finance. As of now, your domain area is finance, whether it is costing, accounting, or whatever. You have to collaborate beyond that. You have to make sure that the problem sensing ability should be there. I'll put that one line paused as of now. I'll put that in the last slide of mine, that why I'm talking about problem sensing ability. And we need to make sure that we are, rather than just be a financial gatekeeper, we have to be a broad business level translator of putting those business terms into factual facts and figures which can actually drive down the entire industry. So this is the last slide which I want to pick on because the timeline is very short. See, we have to prepare our professionals, including what are as of now working in the industry and future, to find out the problems of those, or you can say solutions of those problems, which are never ever in our vicinity right now. As of now, we are not aware about the problem which are going to come up. Challenge is that how to prepare the professional ecosystems and the students to be ready for those futures, which is completely gloomy and invisible for all of us. But I think that is the role where an academy and industry has to come up together. And courses by ICMAI are already very good enough. So I take a privilege to say that there are a couple of courses for CMAs, which I am being the creator and the orator as well of those courses to the members. The privilege which I get in last 3-4 years is to change the course as per my willingness and make sure those are more industry aligned rather than statically as a bookish knowledges. And we are delivering it systematically to the members. But I think that is just for post-qualification courses. In the members itself, there is a lot of gap, and the students, there is still a lot needs to be done to make them ready for the future. AI is one technology, not the entire technology. There are a lot of things to come up. Mark my words, none of the technologies have ever taken any roles, any jobs. Every technology has gone for a job shift or a professional shift. Mark my words, we all have to align ourselves together to make sure this is adaptable shift rather than unadaptable. Otherwise, what Modi ji says, I'll put the last statement for my closing, नहीं तो झोला उठा के निकलना पड़ेगा हिमालय पे, या तो बदल जाओ. चलिए, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Saurabh Maisri. Really, he was telling I have prepared for a 30-minute, but you have a AI to sum up in just whatever the time I have given. So, with the trusted one, I would like to welcome Microsoft. Is always we feel as our trusted partner in our office day to day. Sri Sanjeev Biswas, Partner Director, Microsoft, for his delusion.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. For all the dignitaries on the dais and on the floor. Uh, I guess when I started to look into cost leadership in the AI forward economy, I did find one very interesting thing that, hey, how transformative this journey is. Because for me, I'm a bit outsider. Like there is everyone here who are primarily finance or fintech related. My thing with finance is only when my bank balance changes on the month end, and that's about it. I don't really, uh, but but I guess from whatever I am hearing here, things will be very interesting going forward, and we really want to see how we kind of make things forward. So, Saurav actually went ahead and told a lot of things which I was supposed to say. So I think that helped me to kind of shorten my trip. I want to start with a story actually. One, like how many, obviously it's a very dumb question, but how many of you use Excel? Okay. So Excel is all of your bread and butter, right? And on that, there is one thing called Excel agent mode. Have you used Excel agent mode? Right. So Excel agent mode, and how I wanted to tie back to when we were developing Excel agent mode. One of the biggest thing that actually came up was that the Excel agent mode was actually burning GPUs. Okay, because the amount of call Excel agent mode does, and our CFO Amy Hood, she was not ready to release it, because if you open up Excel and just go to Excel agent mode, do some analysis, it used to burn up GPUs. So we ended up, there was a huge pressure on releasing it as well as reducing cost. So that's where how fiscal prudence is also helping us in getting a lot of doing the right product design, doing the right technical design, and getting the costs as well lined up. So I guess that's primarily where I do see how cost leadership will help. Like cost leadership till now, like many people say cost leadership is about cost cutting, but it's not about that. In the AI era, the way I look at cost leadership is more strategic. Like it's about allocating the right resources better than the competition, removing friction in the operations, and reinvesting savings into growth. I guess that's where primarily where most of our cost leadership is going to come. In the next few minutes, one thing that I'm going to talk about is why AI is once in a lifetime economic wave that's coming up, why India is positioned to ride it, and quickly, because Saurav already mentioned what CMAs should do, I would kind of go over that a bit. So as we go forward, this is one slide that actually comes up everywhere whenever I go for talking about. One of the few things that's happening, everyone is feeling it's happening without us. It's happening without us. This statement was made in December 1974 by one of the great people. And this resulted in a birth of a great revolution. Does someone know what was it? This was told by Paul Allen to Bill Gates in 1974, which actually resulted in Microsoft. Because Altair 8080 was a chipset that was designed at that time, and they said that, hey, the whole software revolution is going away, and this resulted in when Microsoft came up. So the line I want all of you to hold on to is that, hey, it's happening without us. AI is happening in the same way. It's happening with or without you. Quietly at first, and then suddenly everywhere. So as Saurav was saying, by 2028, you will just see AI everywhere. That is what is going to happen. So we have to imbibe it, okay? And the question is not whether AI will reshape industry. The question is, what will you go and create? for us, create does not mean only, hey, I will build new models, or like models will be built by some Sam Altman or some Microsoft, some Google, or maybe Anthropic. These guys will create model. Maybe we'll have some Servam AI creating models, but that will not be a lot of them. What we have to build is AI-enabled processes, creating culture of measurement, creating governance, and creating new cost advantages. I want to go to the next slide, wherein you see this is primarily talking about how, like, this is actually compressing a lot of centuries into one message. Every major general purpose technology, steam, electricity, computing, creates a step change in productivity. And that shows up as an acceleration in GDP. We are now at another inflection point. AI is not a single tool, it's a multiplier across knowledge work, operations, design, logistics, and design making. When the cost of prediction and automation falls, the entire economy reorganizes, and new leaders emerge and older advantages fade. That's why you see a call out, right? That we need to ride the AI wave for economic success. That's important. So the rest of my talk, I would possibly see how do we ride the wave of financial discipline with AI. So now bringing that, like, and this thing we always have talked about, like how do we bring it within India? The headline number is actually striking. AI could add about $1.7 trillion to India's GDP by 2035. At the same time, India is already the fastest growing economy, major economy, right? About 6.6%. And the national AI mission is investing at real scale, including tens of thousands of GPUs and a path to much more. What matters to this audience is not just the size of the prize, but the execution challenge. Big numbers don't automatically become real outcomes. They become real when organizations convert technology into productivity. This is where cost accountants are uniquely positioned. CMAs sit at the intersection of operations and finance, and you understand process cost, variance, compliance, and performance measurements. In an AI era, I think your role expands because AI adoption without cost governance becomes expensive experimentation. And experimentation in AI industry is very easy. You can generate experiments like today, as like Saurabh was saying that, hey, all our things are getting automated. Coding has automated like anything. It is the first thing that has actually wiped off. And we as engineers, as software developers, we barely are writing code. We are now vibe coding. Everyone is vibe coding is a term that is there in the industry. But now vibe coding has become so easy that you actually burn a lot of GPUs very, very quickly because so now as finance professionals, one thing that I would request is that if we want to bridge this AI innovation with financial discipline, so the value shows up on the P&L and not in the pilots and experimentation that we create, because that's where all the companies would want us to see. Now, when I look at the India's ecosystem, it's actually a force multiplier to a certain extent. That's why I have been kind of looking at we are the third largest AI ecosystem globally, with a rapidly scaling market, moving from under $10 billion to a much larger figure by the next decade, growing at a very high CAGR. So, but the most important is the structure. the global capability centers, and a massive technology workforce, and the innovation engine where startups and open source contributors are embedding AI into products and operations. So the takeaway is India has the momentum. The question becomes now how each organization, especially finance and operation, turns ecosystem strength into internal executions. So Viksit Bharat 2014 to 2047, and how getting AI is imperative here, right? So if you look at this, there are two longer markers here. The digital economy contributing to a larger share of GDP by 2030, and Viksit Bharat 2047 is a vision of $30 to $40 trillion developed economy. The connection to cost leadership is straightforward. National ambition requires enterprise productivity. AI can potentially deliver a large part of productivity step up we need, but only if we operationalize it across sectors. And India's digital public infrastructure, Aadhaar, UPI, CoWIN, gives us population scale data rails that many countries don't have. So for each one of you, the question becomes, how do we help our organizations align with this arc by making AI investment measurable, scalable, and compliant, while we keep an eye on value creation and risk? Now, let me kind of get to one quick thing here, and where I feel a very, very important thing, where I personally also feel that there is a lot of help that we would, like as industry professionals, we would also get, is in 2026, it's not about being the cheapest at any cost. It's about strategic resource optimization that creates a durable advantage. AI technologies brings automation, prediction, and intelligent analytics. Cost disciplines brings budgeting, variance management, and resource allocations. When those two meet, you get competitive advantage, faster decisions, fewer errors, and more output per rupee. Multiple studies show that AI-led organizations are materially higher productivity and growth. At the same time, executives globally expects AI to be a major driver of cost reduction in the near term. So finance leaders' job is to ensure AI is applied where it moves the needle, targeting large cost pools, highest leakage points, and biggest bottlenecks. In other words, AI is the engine and cost leadership has to be the steering. Otherwise, it will become very difficult for people to get value out of that AI, because the ROI will not churn up. That's important. So with that, I would kind of thank everyone for inviting me here. It was really a pleasure to talk to non-engineers after a long time, and I really love that idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You are not out of our fraternity. You are just always with us only, because with you only we start our bread and butter, sir. Thank you very much. Night deliberation. Now I request for the technical session, DP Nandi, Secretary ICMA, to vote of a thanks for the session.
Thank you, sir. So just to take a clue on that, you are not out of the domain. Learn. And one thing regarding this cost leadership, now this is no longer cost leadership, is economies of scale that we have learned 30, 40, 50 years back. This is more of how this intelligent use of AI to use predictive analysis and data, intelligent use of data and all this thing to get optimization of resources. That is all about we have learned from this session. So but today we had CMA Pradeep Chandraji, CMA Ashok Kumarji, Dr. Saurabh Maheshwari, Sanjeev Biswasji, and our own council member Rajendra Singh Bhatti. So we'd like to end the session with some good learning points. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Now we will be starting with the technical session 2. CMS as strategic finance leaders in global capability centers, GCCs. So we welcome all the dignitaries of the technical session 2. I request CMA Navneet Kumar Jain, Central Council member and Chairman Cooperative Development Board of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India to kindly come on the dais. I request Sri Krishna Kabra, GCC Head, Orange Business Service, to kindly grace the dais. CMA Sri Krishna Kabra, GCC Head, Orange Business Service. CMA Mitesh Shah, CFO BSES, Yamuna Power Limited. Requesting you to, sir, kindly come on the dais. CMA Surya Shankar Banerjee, CFO BRPL. Welcome you, sir. Requesting you to kindly come on the dais. Dr. Santosh Parasar, Director, Financial Markets and Corporate Affairs, FICCI. Welcome you, sir. Kindly grace the dais. CMA Manjusha Gaurhari, Associate Vice President, HCL Tech. Welcome, madam. Kindly come on the dais. CMA Ashish Pai, CFO Karbo Yogi. Welcome you, sir. Requesting you to kindly grace the dais. CMA Manish Kanpal, Vice Chairman. CMA Manish Kanpal, Vice Chairman, ICMI NIRC. Welcome you, sir. Now I request CMA Navneet Kumar Jain, sir, who is the chairman of the session and the moderator, to kindly take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Without sitting at the chair, ma'am asked me to just start. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, we will be
Yeah.
felicitation.
Yeah. Yeah, will. So sorry, sorry for the interruption because we are running late. Just normally customary things we will be doing, and then we will go ahead with our normal scheduled panel discussion. Ma'am.
I will announce it. I request Navneet Kumar Jain, sir, to kindly felicitate Sri Krishna Kabra, GCC Head, Orange Business Services.
Please.
Now felicitation of Dr. Santosh Parasar, Director Financial Market and Corporate Affairs, FICCI. Felicitation of CMA Manjusha Gauri, Associate Vice President, HCL Tech. So now we will be. Thank you, sir. Now felicitation of CMA Manjusha Gauri, Associate Vice President, HCL Tech. Now felicitation of CMA Ashish Pai, CFO Karma Yogi. Ashish Pai, CFO Karma Yogi. Felicitation of CMA Ashish Pai, sir.
I've heard a lot about Karan Yogi and really I'm happy to So you are doing all that. Next Manish, please come over. So this is for I got Karan Yogi. Great.
CMA Surya Shankar Banerjee, CFO BRPL.
Thank you, everybody. So you can see that we have had a number of items, but we just try to reduce the time so that we take less time and try to push the things a little bit faster. We are already running short of time. So I will not take too much of time. I'll just touch upon what GCC is all about. And first of all, heartfelt thanks to all of you for coming over and gracing the occasion. This is, you can say, second in series, which this program we are having over here. First one was in Pune.
So I was wondering why this GCC program was organized first in Pune. So when we just went to the figures, so I was surprised to know that highest number of GCCs are in Pune, and that is why our you can say team picked up that particular area. I have few things to share with regard to the GCCs. First of all, thanks to all the persons on the dais who have, you can say, spared their time to come over here and shared their, you can say, vision and their thoughts about the GCCs. Uh, we picked up this particular topic for one of the reason was that we know that so many, you can say, organizations are coming to India in the form of global capability centers, and they are likely to hire a very good talent pool from India. And we just want that our CMS should not miss the bus. What happens, we always keep on saying, yeah, this has happened and we are not there. So we just wanted that let us be there at the right time so that in global capability centers, our members are there and they, you can say, serve the not only our country, but serve the other countries also. I have a few things to share with you. Regarding GCCs, a little bit of figures I'll be touching upon, and then I'll be touching upon the way, sir, we will be doing this panel discussion. Once I'll be through with my address, I'll be requesting all of you. We have a few questions for each one of you. So because we had discussed among our members and they gave us few questions. So I'll request you to share your thoughts. Once you are come over here, please give a little, 1 minute, your brief that about yourself so that our members know about you. This is my earnest request to all of you. So since yesterday we are having discussions on GCCs, and when we went through the GCC data, we came across approximately 50% of the GCCs of the world are in India. And best part is that 65% of the Fortune 500 GCCs are in India. This is the thing. Look, where as a CMA, we always go with the figures. What the figures tell, we always go with that. And I just try to color some figures. These are the figures which gives us a very, very rosy picture that, okay, these are going ahead and ahead. Approximately 1670 GCCs are presently here in India and likely to reach approximately 3,000 by 2030. You can see we will be witnessing a growth in the GCCs in India, and certainly we need to equip our members in such a fashion that GCCs hire them. I will be putting few questions regarding to that how to upskill ourselves and another things that I'll be doing. Why GCCs are coming to India? What we are giving to them? Why it is so? What is required for the GCCs to set up their centers over in India? So broadly, sir will explain a bit about that, Krishna Kabra sir, because we are lucky enough that, and especially me, because we are discussing about GCC, and now we have a person from GCC, right, from Orange GCC. He will be explaining more about that. So what we are telling that there are two criteria presently I could find out. One is investment. Another one is headcount. How much headcount should be there and how much investment should be there. And there are categories of GCCs. Sir, I hope this is there. So sir will explain more. One thing is that one. And second thing is that why they are coming over here. There are different state level GCC policies are there. Different type of benefits are being given to the GCCs. That is why they are coming over here. It is not only that we are asking them and they are coming over. MNCs, wherever they go, they obviously, we need to invite them. We need to give some sort of benefits to them. Until unless we give benefit to anybody, nobody will come to us. So I will be just sharing a little bit of what are the different type of benefits they are having. why I'm sharing this with you, because as a CMA, we have to guide the organizations. We are consultants to many organizations. We are consultant to various MNCs also, where our many members, you can say, work together with the policymakers also. So we need to know about all these things. I'm just touching upon a few things, and then I'll be requesting Sir, you can say Krishna Kabra sir, to deliver his address and answer our query. First thing is land subsidy. Front-end land subsidy is there, 30 to 50% from the development authorities. 100% exemption, reimbursement on land office space purchase. Capital subsidy, 25%. So you can see how much different type of, you can say, benefits are being granted. Operational subsidy at the rate of 20% subsidy on operational expenses. So a number of things are there. These will differ from state to state. For that, obviously, we are if we are going to give the consultancy to the organizations, we need to dig deep into all these things so that we can guide the organizations. One more thing which has come up to this thing, I will be sharing that with thing, and that is of very much relevance for all of us. I'll take, yes, I'm just taking one thing. GCCs are vying for global leadership positions in India. They are looking for the persons who can take up global leadership roles. And if we see, approximately the roles, global leadership roles from India have grown approximately at the rate of 40% CAGR for the last 5 years, reaching 6,500 roles, and which is expected to surpass 30,000 by 2030. What does that mean? It means that is a big market for our CMA professionals also. We need to keep a watch on that also. So I will not, you can say, discuss it more. I'll be requesting Krishna Kabra sir. Sir, I have a few questions. I will be raising a question to you. These are the questions which have been given to us by the different our CMA members and other persons. Sir, one query is to you. Looking ahead 5 years, how will the profile of successful CFO or finance director within a global capability center differs from what it is today? And apart from that, one more question is there, that where do you place CMS and their role in the global capability centers? Sir, please welcome, sir.
Good evening. I am having a great pleasure to come here and represent. I think I'm the only one from a GCC heading one of the GCC coming here for this GCC conference. So that gives me a great kind of privilege. So I think I initially, when discussion started, they asked me to prepare for 20-30 minutes, but looking at I think so many, I will try to summarize in 3-4 minutes. So in a little different way, maybe imagine a Fortune 500 company is having a board, kind of their board is meeting, and a simple question asked by a Fortune 500 company board meeting, during that board meeting, to a CFO. You have a GCC in India, 200 million you are spending. What exactly value they're adding? That was the question. And CFO had a lot of things in his mind, that we have a cost arbitrage in India, 30-40%. We have so many functions, they are adding value. We have many things, KPIs they are doing. But I don't think that the board of that Fortune 500 company was looking for that answer. So that CFO went to India team, his India team, and there are financial kind of intelligent people, CMAs or CAs or MBAs, whoever. So he asked that question to them, that Fortune 500 company board invested 200 million and they want to answer what value they're adding. So that's where I think there are two type of people are there. 90% are CMAs or CAs, or they will answer in a very simple way. We have India a very cheap labor or a cost arbitrage or a labor arbitrage of 40-50%, and 50-60 million is a real value we are getting from that investment of 200 million in India GCC. Generating 340 million value, 70-80 million of cost arbitrage. We have an innovation center. This is contributing 10% to our top line, 5% to bottom line, and we are the most competitive advantage in the industry, and our nearest competitor don't have that. So I think that kind of a 10% financial intelligent people, I expect our institute can give, and there is a huge opportunity with that. So I think to answer your second question, I think we have a huge opportunity in GCCs anywhere that this institute can play. So and the best people are not like a technology head or a HR head or anything, but I think the people who will be like this storyteller, who understand business, who understand numbers and demonstrate the value. That's what value this board of directors or board is looking for. And obviously they'll invest more. So this question board is asking is not a hypothetical question. So we have 1,700 GCCs. I think a lot of people said that number. We have almost 60-65% of GCCs are in India. 5 GCCs are coming every week. And this question, what I asked, hypothetical question, is not a hypothetical question right now. So as we speak, I think India is undergoing a tremendous transformation in economic value. And that's where I think CMA can play a very, very important role. So I think to summarize, I think CMA or institute should focus on getting 3 values or 3 language. This people should learn. One is language of numbers. I think obviously already cost accountant and our financial intelligence people are very good in that. So I think we need to I think the most important thing is language of technology the CMA can do. And third is strategy and understanding deep business knowledge. If these 3 combination they do, I think that person will be the CFO or even CEO, CFO, Chief Marketing Officer, anything, because this person in CMA can understand all these aspects. So from that perspective, I really just want to summarize that we want this institute to focus on the 10% real value creator who understand technology, who understand numbers, who understand strategy and help. So I think, and in previous one of the session, I think someone mentioned that CAs and other profession, but I don't think now that question is relevant. I think the people who are able to understand business, who are able to understand business model, who understand the storytelling about numbers, they will going to be the architect of future. So with that, I hope I have answered your question.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So thanks a lot for giving a real life story practically, I must say that. And thanks for giving words of wisdom, that 3 rules which you are telling. And definitely we will try to, sir, situate that our members learn all this language of numbers, language of another thing. We will try to do that. So let us take it forward. So we have with us Mitesh ji, CMA Mitesh ji. He's from BYPL, CFO BYPL. Sir, I'll request you. One question is there for you practically. You are from the power sector. Many persons normally ask that what role is there for the CMS in the power sector? So it will be, and that too in the AI driven economy. So I'll request you to throw a little bit light on that so that our members know about what CMS do in the power sector and how with the invent of, you can say, coming up of the AI in these sectors, how the role of CMA is likely to get changed. So over to you, sir. A bit about.
I am Mitesh Kumar Shah, CFO at BSS Jamna Power Limited. We have got two companies, BSS Rajdhani and BSS Jamna, and we are catering to more than 51 lakh consumers in the city of Delhi with a AT&C loss of around 6%, which is far below than the national average of 15%. Now, I am very happy to inform you that putting together both the companies, we have engaged more than a dozen cost accountants in our companies to take into account not only the functions of basic finance account or cost accountancy, but into all other aspects also. So right from tariff determination, preparation of annual revenue requirement, in almost all the fields, we have deployed the cost accountants. Being a regulated entity, we are supposed to provide our capex proposal to our regulator. So on all these things, we apply the various cost accounting techniques, zero-based budgeting, and activity-based costing in all these streams. And rather, we are imparting this discipline of cost efficiency and cost optimization all across the organization. We have got a contracts and material department. So here we have imparted them the proper training, how to negotiate with the vendor, how to optimize the cost at all the levels, power purchase forecasting. And Navini ji, if I will say ki almost in almost all the streams, we are using this technique. And the role of cost accountant is definitely going much more than the traditional cost accountants. Thank you, Navini ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for throwing light on the role of CMS in the power sector. And thanks a lot for hiring a good number of CMS. And we'll request you to keep hiring more and more. Recently, we will be, now we'll be having our placements. Just see to it if you can come over and hire some more CMS. That is just a request. So moving forward, Ashish, sir, I'll be coming to you. So Karm Yogi. So I have, you can say, heard a lot about it. I got Karm Yogi. So this is some, I think, government initiative is there with regard to the trainings and all those things. This is what I know about. So obviously, you'll be explaining a little bit more. So, sir, I have one question for you, one maybe two, and we'll request you to sum up in 5 minutes. Uh, so GCCs as GCCs expand into tier 2 and tier 3 cities across India. What is the most critical soft skill or non-financial competency that you find is missing in young finance professionals today? And sir, I hope you being from the Karam Yogi organization, you might have already, you can say, interacted with a number of finance professionals, and you are the best judge, best person to, you can say, give a reply to it. And again, again, same question, sir. You being a CMA, so I'll request you to just throw more light on that. What skills, how upskilling of CMS should be done in the wake of coming up of so much of GCCs in India? Thank you, sir. A bit about yourself, sir, also.
So good evening, everybody. So I will first of all congratulate the Institute for organizing this particular session, and it is taking a lot of effort to do it after the business hours also. So, I am CFO of Karmyogi Bharat. This is a Section 8 company, which is for capacity building for the civil services. We have more than 1.5 crore users registered, out of which 25 lakh are actively using at least maybe in 45 days once a course. And, we have completed 8 crore course completion. And being a cost accountant, so I did the costing. And, this particular course completion, we are doing at almost 40 rupees per course. So whereas if you go to the industry, typical, the costing is not less than 500 rupees. Even if you do the NSC financial modules, so it was somewhere in 1,500 rupees plus GST. If what I remember, I don't know what is the current rate, but this is one of the kind, and we are looking it as a largest bureaucratic reform in the world. Okay, so no country has been able to do this capacity building, and this is totally digital. And today we have more than 5,000 courses. And luck was on my side. So when some of the ex speakers said about UPI, so I am a founding finance person for UPI. So I joined NPCI, which is the owner of the UPI product. So this was way back in 2010, and there nobody anticipated that digital payments will take such a big revolution. Initial we had failures, so our IMPS product actually didn't pick up. If you Google and see, so the newspaper was flooded that from tomorrow the rickshaw driver or the milkman will start using UPI as IMPS, and we saw the transaction are not increasing. So in fact, we asked the employees to use the IMPS product to just jack up the volumes. So from there we started, and it was a learning experience for me also. So I was relatively younger that time. So we actually saw that our country can build something. And our founder chairman had that time laid down that, when it comes to external countries, for them, the country comes first, the community comes next, and the individual comes last. But typically in India, it is reverse. So we first think about ourselves, then we think about our family, then our community and the country. So I think, first of all, the most important change in thinking should be that the country comes first. Once we have that motivation, then everything else will settle. So if I have to answer your question, what is the, the non-financial trait that we should have, we should think of our country first. And once we have the pride for that we are working for our country, I think the rest all the problems get solved. So this is what I will put in context. When it comes to, the digital learning also, so when I take the interviews, I can see. So when I used to take interviews in my earlier employer, so when I used to take the interviews, whoever used to come, means I don't distinguish between the qualifications. So वो बोलते थे मुझे तो investment banker बनना है. So I have to ask them, what does an investment banker do? That they didn't know. क्या करते हैं मतलब? So I said, you don't know what the investment banker does, and you want to become an investment banker. So I think, yeah, so most of the people don't know what they want to do in the job. So I feel, first is you should know what you want to do in your job. And plus, other non-financial traits will be like problem solving, as Kabra sir said about, storytelling. So most of us don't have the habit of telling stories. So we should be able to build the stories so that, we can sell ourselves also. So I think that is important. And one area which I think the youngsters need to develop is patience. Now nobody has the patience. So if you see the CVs, so they actually work for 12 months and after that they take a break. And, so don't, persistence is very important. So, with this, I think I will, take a break, and I will wish all of us, success. And there is a geopolitical risk which is going on. So even the GCCs will face this, because just I will bring some context. Earlier, oil was something which was controlling, but data itself will become a kind of a controlling unit, and people
Right.
can actually manipulate the country based on the data. So I think we should be very protective about our data and take care of our data very well and really work hard for the Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for giving a wonderful address. And
Thank
we
you.
really hope that because you are training all the government sector civil servants, wherever you require, institute is there. We can provide you that support also.
Navneet ji,
Over to
I'll
you,
take your
Bhatia
time.
ji.
With us, Sri Anuj Jain, Director Finance, Indian Oil Corporation. I would request CMA TCS Srinivasan Prasad to felicitate him. He was one of the panelists in our inaugural session, but due to the PMO meeting, because you know in the current situation, he has to lead the country. Tell him to. Huh? Vinay, you go. Vinay, you go. Navneet ji, with your permission, your session is going on. Sir has to leave. Again, he has a scheduled 9:15 meeting. So, yeah, please. Sir, I would request a few word of wisdom for our this today's conference. And he was intent to speak. He told I will speak with the people, but all of a sudden the PMO meeting came. So also you came. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Sorry, I couldn't attend the first session. There was some urgent meeting. But I would say only one thing that we have more than 150 to 200 CMAs working with Indian Oil Corporation. And we ensure that whenever we add more finance team we have CMAs with us. I will just give you a small snapshot, although I could not attend the today's session. See, today, what is most important for any country, what we are facing today is energy security. And we are seeing that any disruption in the supply chain affect not only the companies, the ordinary people of the country. And for that, we know that how critical the role of finance people is coming in this domain. We have multiple departments where we work and manage the supply chain management in the country. And I'm very proud to say that the finance people, whether it is chartered accountants or CMA, are actively engaged to manage the crisis. Even today, when we are working day and night to manage the geopolitical conditions which we are facing, a lot of people is working, and including the finance people. I will just give us a brief snapshot. The topic was given to me initially was the AI in the finance domain. I would say that today it is not possible practically to manage your supply chain management over spreadsheets. You have to have a very advanced technological systems. You have to have a AI in your systems. You have to have a very, very super efficient methods to determine how to make the best use of the energy, or how to make available the energy to the people at the cheapest cost. I will give you a small example. Today, if you talk about crude oil, we are importing for 40 countries. Indian Oil has 10 refining systems. We have 50 depots, 100 depots. We have 20,000 worth of pipelines. We have 40,000 retail outlets. Entire thing, if you see together, if I have to see that how to make energy at the cheapest cost, it is not practically possible without the tools. You have to employ that. Today we are having an optimization package, what we say. It has more than 4 lakh variables. If you have to see from which country you have to buy, which port you have to buy, which shipping you have to buy, at what pricing you have to buy, where to produce, where to transport, where to sell, at what pricing. If anything happens at one point, how to organize the alternate within a span of half an hour or 1 hour. All these things demand our young people in finance professionals to be very, very tech savvy. I always see now it's not a finance, it is a fintech. And in Indian Oil Corporation, we are training our people to have a very, very fine technology edge. And yes, AI is a new thing, but our young officers are being trained on AI to, not because it is a need of the hour. You cannot, if you have to be very efficient, you have to understand these things. So I'm thankful to Institute once again for inviting me. Sorry I couldn't share my thoughts in full, but I can only say that finance people are driving the lot of initiatives in the company. They are driving not finance, commercial. I would say more and more chartered accountants, cost accountants are getting involved in the commercial side of the business, whether it is international trade, whether it is you can say optimization, whether it is so shipping. You will find finance professionals, and this is a need of the hour. Institute also should have a specific courses for increasing the commercial acumen of our people. They are expert in taxation, costing, finance, but the commercial acumen is the need of the hour today. And that is how the companies will, more and more ERP will force our people to become more commercial people. So thank you once again. Sorry to disturb this session in between.
No issue, sir. We are lucky to have some words of wisdom from you, sir.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
good, sir.
Thanks for inviting me.
So-
Thank you. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Jai Hind, sir. Thank you. Bhattaji, thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. So taking it forward, yes, sir. I'll request other co-panelists to, you can say, take a bit less time, try to complete within, ma'am, 3 to 5 minutes. My request, because already we are already running short of time. So I'll request Banerjee, sir. So Banerjee, sir, one question is there for you also, and I'll request you to just share your thoughts and reply to that so that our members get benefit from that. This summit emphasizes capability augmentation. With the rapid adoption of AI, RPA, and advanced analytics, how are CMS leveraging these tools to transition their teams from transactional processing to predictive forwarding looking advisory? Sir, you are already heading BRPL, CFO, as a CFO. You are heading finance. So I hope all these things are there. You might be already taking care of. Just your advice that how we need to go in for all these things so that all the members can, you can say, our members can undertake any type of complex jobs, whatever is coming up on their way. So over to you. Sir, you can sit here, sir. You can sit here. So other co-speakers can just, while sitting at their place, they can just.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and the Institute office bearers for inviting and giving me this opportunity. Myself, Surya Shankar Banerjee. I have been working in the power sector for a long time now. So the questions that were asked by Navneet ji, they are very relevant today because either the CMAs shape up and learn the tools and learn their adoption at a fast pace. Otherwise, it'll be difficult to stay relevant. So it's not just it's not just a terminology has come up. It is a threatening atmosphere out there, and all finance professionals should now embrace fintech and learn more and more about what is happening across the world to stay abreast and to harness their learnings into their day-to-day lives. I have been working in BSES, and as Mitesh ji just now said, BSES has adopted technologies at a regular and a fast pace. It was privatized in 2002, and today in 23 years, it has brought down its TND, means transmission distribution losses, from 52% to 6%. That's an enormous decrease, which has benefited the customers of Delhi. And in this period, our purchase price has increased by more than 4 times, but our selling price has increased only twice. So that's the advantage of the customers, and that's cost leadership. And in this process, we have also enhanced our capacity by 3 times. That means we cater to 3 times more demand than at 2002 when privatization was done. Regarding adoption of modern tools, AI, and prior to AI, robotic process automation, prior to that, several other automation initiatives. We have been through all the phases. And for example, in summer, our call center receives 70% more calls due to outages in power sector. So it is not addressed by call center executives, it is handled by AI agents. So they take it up, they take up the surge, and there's very good feedback from customers regarding voice quality and I mean the way all queries get answered and escalated. Coming to our discoms, BSES, Rajdhani, Yamuna, both have been for the last 4 years counted at top 4 in India out of 62 discoms. And coming to other tools, we use Plexos. It's a AI assisted software for optimization of power purchase from numerous sources. So it helps to reduce power purchase cost, which as a result our consumers pay less. Then Mitesh Shah ji, sitting along with me, the CFO at BSES Yamuna, he's a brilliant person and a wonderful person. He has recently done a project of automation of the ARR finalization process. So earlier, these people used to take about 4 months. Now it takes about 4 days. So Mitesh has done a great job there. And coming to cost leadership. Okay. Thank you.
I'll request Santosh ji to share his views. Sir, you can sit here. I'll just wait. Yeah? A very good evening. Thank you very much for having the FICCI over here. And we as a industry partner to this Rising India Leadership Summit. I am given that ask for cut short. So to say that I have to give my brief introduction and then come to the questions answer to share some of my thoughts. Let me just give an experience and cherishing moment to the house over here. Having said, and I read through, behind every successful business decision, there is a CMA. There is a CMA. Of course, I do agree, and I have to confess something about myself, my journey, because I am non-CMA. I am MBA in finance from Kumaon University in Nainital, then doctorate in finance. But I confess over here that
after my graduation in mathematics, PCM background, I had a lot of influence of the public information wherein people used to say that these all three professional courses are very tough. It takes a lot of time, and many more people, those who were not completing over the courses, they were saying that this is such thing not possible, not easy to cope up with or crack it. So I prefer to go and do MBA, but that gave me an insight. What is that? It is difficult for people to compete over and pass over the examination of CMA. So I picked the modules of CMA, and throughout my 2 years of MBA course, I went through the holistic of CMA courses, and I could get a brief insight or detailed insight. And then subsequently, I was teaching the subject of the management accountancy. Gradually, this shifted to my career into the policy advocacy over the last 10, 11 years. Thankfully, I have worked with the industry body like ASSOCHAM, and the past at the Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs in the policy advocacy. I am given the question that what should aspiring CMAs look at the fast track of their career. Saying so, to answer this question, I believe that whether this is GCC or let me connect to this, because I could see the lot of data which has been placed before the house in the past previous speakers. But to my mind, something comes is very important, wherein we look at the 30% of the GDP that comes from the small MSME sector. Around 7.25 crore of the MSMEs, they contribute to the 30% of GDP. If we look at the larger public sector or the private sector organizations, they have all the resources at hand. They can utilize their best of resources in order to have the dashboard for the data analytics and all that artificial intelligence. They can use it in their particular decision making. But what about the 30% contribution which is coming from the MSME? How they are supposed to be having that sort of awareness, at least understanding, and that's where even the qualified all professionals, they look up to their career and look beyond what the people down the line, the SME sector, they are doing it. They are mostly outsourcing these decisions from the professionals. So I believe that the aspiring CMAs, they should look at the particular side of the what artificial intelligence is doing a lot, but from the fundamental viewpoints. That is something like what we say strategic cost management, wherein activity-based costing is a tool that we use it in the decision making, which is now currently being taken over by the artificial intelligence a lot more. Again, AI-based decisions. So I believe that fundamentals of those all tools, be it the activity-based costing, be it the value chain engineering. So I believe all those fundamentals should be well propagated into the AI side, because our Indian, cost system is to be democratized in a way wherein the MSME sector has to leverage the opportunity of those into the artificial intelligence way or otherwise. But I believe this is the need of the hour, that industry look up to the CMA professionals. They should look into and educate the aspiring CMAs around the not only the artificial intelligence, but what fundamentally the tools which are already available, which has been not used to the optimum utilization they should have been otherwise used. So that's my simple answer, to put it in a cut short.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Just one thing I just want to tell you, sir, because you are from FICCI side. Just one thing, that our institute has already taken note of the importance of AI, and that is why we have already launched AI course for CMS. And our many CMS are already undertaking these courses. And for MSME sector, our professionals are there across India at all places. And we are always there to support FICCI in its endeavors to train the persons over there. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Navneet, sir. See, actually, initially when we planned, session should be get over by around 9 o'clock, entire all the sessions, and then it should be a networking dinner, so that there will be a much more interaction or networking business, something, I mean, members can interact with the industry experts freely. This is the idea. But as we are running short of the time, I request whoever is there on the dais, madam, please, can you cut short your, can you quickly complete, so that the next panel we will try to wind up in under 10 minutes, including the next session. We'll try to. Just because some people have come from Lucknow and other places who has to catch train especially. Sorry, Rohit, sir. And one more person who has to catch flight also is here. Madam, please. Straight.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and very insightful session from the earlier panel. And I'm hearing a lot about AI and AI, how CMAs can contribute to that. Introducing myself, I'm Manjusha. I work in Excel Technologies. I'm handling GCC as one of my business. I head almost $1 billion of FP&A, nearshore operations. So talking about HCL Tech, it's a big organization of $14 billion. And as the organization goes big, there is a lot of complexities which arise in between. So may I have your question, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, question is very, very simple. Just read it out for you.
Yeah.
With the corporate systems being layered with AI ML, where do you see human in the loop? I use the word human in the loop and CMA in loop.
That's very interesting.
That's a very, very
question.
easy question for ma'am.
And it's very interesting and a very important question today. And I think all of us sitting here have in our mind how, as a business partners, as a CMAs, how can we contribute? Okay, so AI is nothing but a processing of a large amount of data. And as the organization become very complex, then what you have to do is you have to understand the data, and AI would only help you to give the analysis. Okay. Now it is up to us, a man or a CMA, to understand how he can interpret the data and give a business insights. That is where AI is lacking. So you will have a lot of data. You will have year-on-year analysis. You will have numbers, but numbers don't speak to themselves. It is we who will have to be an eyes and ears of management. And CXOs are increasingly looking at the role of finance partners to give them insights and the actionables. And we as CMAs need to drive those actionable, optimize, and we are no longer transactional. That role is gone. And I have myself implemented AI in my HCL Technologies for nearshore operation. And believe me, all my 2 reviews have happened on that Power BI. So it is not about showing the PPTs to them. It is all about strategy, what next you can do, and how the business can, take actions on that. So what I feel is AI can only empower you. It is up to you how you want to use and how you can drive it. So man will always be there in the loop, and CMS, of course, will be there in the loop. Thank you very much. I'll not take much time.
Thank you,
Great
madam.
evening. Thank you very
Manish
much, all of you.
Manish ji, request you to please give a vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I am Manish Kandpal, Vice Chairman, NIRC. Would like to thanks first to the Institute for organizing this summit on this very thought-provoking subject, leadership on GBCs. And also, I'm thankful for giving me this opportunity to participate in a very important, the panel discussions here. So, and concluding this session with the vote of thanks. And yes, I'm very much thankful to all the panelists, learned panelists here for their insightful discussion that how SCMA is playing an important role, as a strategic finance leader. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening. Sorry, late evening. Okay. Became too much technical sessions. And now, before breaking for dinner, just maximum we have to wind up this next session in 10 to 12 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. First of all, I request our Chittaranjan Chattopadhyaya, council member, to come to the dais. Madam Amruta Madam Darpanji, Amruta Darpan, CVO, Delhi Development Authority. Madam, we should appreciate Madam's patience. She has been waiting for about 1 hour. She's an IRAS officer. And Rohit, CFO of Apollo Hospitals. Rohit, are you there? Please, sir. Then Rakesh Singh, Jaguar Group. Yes, I'll just. Then next, Tyagi sir, TV18 CFO. Sir, please. And Anand sir, just felicitate these people and just we will break for the dinner. Bhati ji, आ जाओ आनंद सर के साथ. And Samsung delegates from Samsung, sir, please come to the desk. Please come, please join. Please join. Yes. Hmm? No, just, madam. Just. No. Okay. Due to internal ethics code and other issues, they couldn't take part on this as of now at this stage. But we really appreciate your presence, sir. Thank you. And Bhati, both of you. And Chituda, please. Chituda madam, Amrita madam ko felicitation. And madam has addressed our ASTP inaugural session in online, and more than 1,000 students participated in live when madam was addressing. Next. Bhati and Chituda, please felicitate Rohit. Rakesh Singh, sir. And along with Bhati ji and Chituda, Hani Singh and Madhuri madam may join for felicitation of our Rakesh Singh, Jaguar. Jaldi aa jaiye madam. Jump. Hani, photo baad mein le. Then Yatinder Tyagi, sir, TV18 CFO. Chituda, sit. Next. Next. Tyagi, sir. Bhati and thank you. Thanks to all the delegates on the dais. Madam, Amrita madam, you can address for 1 minute. Either from there or here, wherever you are comfortable. 1 or 2 minutes.
I know it's an era of 2x when all our kids actually always see the YouTube on 2x. So this session is also going on 2x. I'm Amrita Darpan Jain, IRS officer of 2001 batch. I did not know that I have to address, and when I came, they gave me a question, and I'm so happy that now we don't have to answer anything. We don't have to address it. I will only say that when I joined and I was in training, the head of our service, the member finance, came to us and told us to do ICWA, as it was called that time. And they said ki it is going to stand you in good stead in your career. I was with Indian Oil for 2 years, then joined Railways and presently with Delhi Development Authority. And I can tell you that this degree, and of course, I keep upskilling and updating myself with the Institute's various sessions and courses. And I have found that it has really helped me with all the changes. GST came, I was ready for it. I'm an arbitrator, do lots of complex arbitrations we have to do in railways, infrastructure financing, like we were discussing. It's a very important part. And yes, in railways, finance has undergone a very complex change with time. And like the topic of the session was hybrid professional, I was thinking I will be sitting there and listening to it very interestingly because our service has gone through a very challenging times. Because as the times have changed, so the expectations have changed from an accounts and finance professional. We are not supposed to be just the number churners, but we are also supposed to have a very versatile personality and a very strategic business acumen. They don't just want us to show the operating ratio, the numbers. They also want us to be the business partners and tell why the numbers are like this. They want us to be the active partners in the railways journey and in the organization's journey. And why railways, even in DDA, I'm finding ICMAI has been a very active partner in Indian Oil, the first job. In railways, we have been shouldering ICMAI for all of us, for so many of our projects. And in DDA also, ICMAI is a very active partner. And why is that? Because today's world, we need upskilling, we need AI, we need data, we need everything, we need all in one and in 2x. Not taking much of your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for a quick and sweet message. And I request Rohit, sir, please. Sir, there itself. Sir, switch on.
Namaste, everyone. And in the interest of time, I will just take 1 minute. So the session is about hybrid finance. I'd like to say that hybrid finance is not a software project. Everybody knows what is hybrid finance. It was supposed to be a long full day discussion. But as per me, it's just a mindset, not a software project. It's a mindset. We all know what is required in this, what to do. And only one message, one thing which I keep saying to my team member, start small, accelerate, taste the success, and then scale up. It will not go anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I request Rakesh Kumar Singh, sir, Jaguar Group, casting head.
Good evening, colleagues. It's my pleasure to just be present with your our fraternity. But I'm cutting short because I'm here to just encourage our young breeding CMAs who wish to pursue this profession, because many have talked about the profession, the opportunities, everything. The new opportunities coming, that is the data. And our cost accountant knows how to create the resourceful data, useful data, and structured in that way so that you could utilize in the future opportunity as a data source that GCC is coming. That will be very helpful for them. And also, he should look at the opportunity in the commercial part, where he can go for the pricing strategy, the commerce angles, import, export business. These are the very growing opportunities. He should also focus on, apart from the continue the accounting, finance, and costing professions. That's from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request Yatindra Tyagi, sir.
My name is Vaike Tyagi. I am a CFO of TV Today Network Limited. It's a large media company. Basically, we have TV channel Aaj Tak and India Today. So good evening, everyone. So basically, I want to say that I have seen lot of changes, lot of change in the industry. Now the requirement of every organization is beyond the numbers. They are not looking at the number. They are looking for other aspects also, like in terms of the commercialization, how we can support the back-end department, how we can how we can support other departments in terms of pricing and everything. So we have to cope up with all the AI tools and all the technology and everything so that we can provide the information to the management accurate and in a timely manner. So we have to cope up with the technology each and every day. Then only we can do our job properly. Thank you very much.
I request now Chittaranjan sir to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Binay bhai. Namaskar. In this fag end of the program, I just learned one thing. But before that, I want to mention you, today is a historical day. Instead of internal auditors has signed more with us only for you, become a partner with us for the CIA examinations, because it is only one paper you have to submit. I'm thankful Mr. Mukundan is here, and I profusely thank him for taking the initiatives for that. And of course, after listening from everyone, every leaders of the business, I could understand we are paving to the way of business scientist. We have to know data analytics. We have to know data science. We have to know supply chain. So a lot of things we have to know, and we have to know global economy. We have to know our country economy. We have to know the corporate economy, and ultimately we have to know the company economy. So I think this session has become great. Thank you for your all illuminations on these facts, and we shall be definitely having such type of program in future. With my regards, and to all of you, those who are really patiently having your time over here. Thank you.
Now, I request all of you to join for the dinner. And before proceeding for dinner, just 1 minute. I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank President, Vice President, and Council members, Anand sir, especially he didn't even take any session. Actually, he's supposed to be there on the dais, but it is too late. So if I start speaking, it takes more time. So he don't want to trouble you. He told me, I don't want to trouble you people. Okay, thanks to Anand sir. Thanks to Chittaranjan, Avijit Goswami sir, Nayak sir, who is a past president who has come here. He was sitting in the audience, but he left. I mean, it's not that you don't want to participate. You want to participate, but due to paucity of the time, they want to facilitate us, all of us. So I want to thank on behalf of the organizer. Huh? Yes. I want to thank all of them, and NIRC especially. The people, representatives of NIRC also have cooperated, and staff, media persons, CFOs of large organizations, private corporates, and so, okay. Now she is telling me, tell the company names. Okay. If I had to name the company's name, it will take another 15 minutes. Sorry. Right from ONGC, Power Finance, Indian Oil, likewise, it is a very big list. Even A.K. Pal sir from the Government of India and Ministry of Defense, Samsung, Apple, Microsoft, Accenture. It's a big list. So I want to, L&T, I want to thank all the corporates, whoever has taken the pain of participating in this event and cooperating with the organizers. Thank you. Thanks to one and all. Just let's play the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you. You take your own time. For this photo session, we take our own time. session don't require listening, na?
Sanjeev.
प्लीज start. Please. अरे हमारा तो भूख लग गया भाई.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.